What is happening, mediocre people of YouTube? Listening to the report about Chinese balloon flying over us. Interesting stuff. Believe me, it's not the first Chinese thing to come and spy on us. I'm sure they've had drones and everything else. They got caught. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about. I'm actually here to talk about, I'm kind of expanding on a video I made a while back, which was information that Scott Grove had put out, which I got that information. I researched that information for myself, and it was about ghost-built guitars. Today, I had this guy, and he's begging to buy one of my guitars, and I really didn't want to sell it, and he really wanted it, so we made a deal where I said, okay, here's the deal, I'll sell it to you for X amount, but if you ever decide to sell it, you got to sell it back to me, for the same price. So that's the agreement we came to. He's happy, I'm happy. So in the meantime, I ended up with good old Motor City Guitar in Waterford, I guess it is. Awesome fucking guitar place, man. It's last of its kind, mom and pop type place. Not a guitar center. Filled with knowledgeable employees. Very cool place, man. If you're ever in Michigan and you're in that area of Waterford, M59 and what? I can't remember the name of the road right now. But anyway, you can look it up. You can Google it, Motor City Guitars. So I was walking through there and checking out all their stuff. They've got all kinds of stuff, man. Just incredible inventory, which they did not have during COVID. I went in there, man, that was the first time I ever saw that place. Pretty barren. But anyway, I was talking with the guy that wanted this guitar, and we got talking a little bit about ghost building, and because he was asking about Ibanez, and I told him, I said, well, there's no Ibanez company. Well, there's an Ibanez company, but Ibanez is just a name, Ibanez themselves never will build guitars. Several companies build Ibanez guitars, including several private builders out in California and out on the western area, Arizona, and that nature. But the Ibanez that we generally find, the one that I sold today, was a court-made Ibanez, Korean court, which is a very nice instrument. They do a phenomenal job on this Wizard 2 necks. The specs for the Wizard 2, they nail it. And we were discussing that, and Samick builds Ibanez. A lot of people that build Ibanez, and we're got into discussion about Kramer guitars, which, as you know, I have a very nice Lucido Kramer. And Kramer, the Japanese stuff just was awesome. And then things kind of went south or whatever for them, and that's when they started the Neptune, New Jersey, USA Kramer stuff, which there was never anything produced or assembled. Maybe, possibly, couple of things might have been assembled in Neptune, New Jersey. It's very doubtful. Certainly never anything built there. The Neptune, New Jersey Kramers that have the neck plate that say Kramer USA, Neptune, New Jersey, those were built in Lucido, Canada, and they're very fine quality guitars. And then, of course, they had the ESP stuff, which was, a lot of it was real junk, unfortunately. As far as Kramer guitars go today, Gibson builds Kramer guitars, and so far I haven't been impressed. Picked a few up. They feel like Gibsons to me. They don't feel like Kramers. So I haven't been impressed yet, but that doesn't mean there's not, good ones out there. And then we got on the Epiphone discussion, you know, when you start getting into the Epiphone discussion, there's so many companies that are producing Epiphones at this point. It's impossible to keep track of them. Especially speaking of China, right? The Chinese Epiphones. I mean, there's just so many companies in China producing Epiphone guitars. It's impossible to know which one you have. Now, if you can get a Korean-made Epiphone, grab it. But if you're buying a Chinese Epiphone, I would not recommend purchasing that instrument until you've played it, because some of them are very fine quality. They're very nice guitars. Others are not so much. So if you're buying a Chinese Epiphone, I would not purchase an Chinese Epiphone without playing it first. The Korean-made ones, you can grab those all day long, and I can pretty much guarantee you're going to be happy with that. It's a shame, you know, all the guitar companies. Same thing with my beloved Charvels. Fender is building Charvels, and they're doing an excellent job of it. Thank God. You know, they really seem to stick to Charvel's specifications. Now, Wayne Charvel is still building some custom guitars. I'm actually in negotiations right now with a person who owns the entire Eddie Van Halen series of Charvel guitars, including the most recent beat-up one that supposedly feels like Eddie's guitar, the Frankie. So he's got that one, he's got the yellow one, the white one, and the red one. And they are all Charvels, and they are all built by Wayne Charvel, signed, photographed, all that good stuff. Very well documented guitars. It's the entire collection he's selling. So we've actually come to a price, and now it is up to me to come up with the money and head down and pick them up. So in the meantime, they're still for sale, and I hope I get them, because they will not be guitars that I play. They will be guitars that I build. If you guys check out Wally in the Box, he built a guitar cabinet with a glass, front door, whatever, and that would be what I do with these guitars. I put them in a glass cabinet and just hang them and keep them, because they'll just increase in value over the years. And then when I croak, my kids can cash them in. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, Fender is building the Charvels out in Mexico, and they're doing a very nice job of it. I've got two of them lately, Charvel Sandinas Pro Mods, and I fucking love them, man. It's really all I've been playing lately, until I just recently picked up my Kramer again, and oh my god. So now I'm back to playing that, kinda, because I had picked up the Les Paul the other day, and I really miss the Les Paul, man. It's funny because I've been playing the 25.5 scale guitars for a while now, like pretty much for the last 9-10 months. I've been playing nothing but 25.5 scales. And when I picked up the Les Paul, I'm like, holy shit, man, it's a lot easier. It's a different feel, but it was just like I felt like I could fret things a lot easier on it. Just that little bit of shorter scale makes a difference. It's weird. But yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, we're discussing ghost built guitars and whatnot today, and I really need to update that video, put a part 2 of it, because I've got a ton of new information. It's not anything that you can't figure out for yourselves if you want to go digging for it, but it's just nice to have the video up, so that people understand that when you buy an Ibanez guitar, it's not necessarily coming, it's not coming from the company Ibanez. It's coming from whoever built it, which makes me wonder about, Gibson. Gibson owns the Kramer name now, so I don't know, where they're producing those guitars. But I will try to dig that information up and find out where they're being produced. Because, it'd be nice to know. Because we still have many Japanese factories that are kicking ass these days. We've got some Chinese factories that are really kicking ass. Samick moved. They've got a place in China now too, which I'm sure they're putting out nice instruments. So it'd be interesting to figure out. It'd be nice. Well, you should be able to figure out by the serial number if it's a Samick, because it'll usually start with an S, or there'll be an S in there. Just like the Cort Ibanez's, they all start with C, the serial numbers. That's how you know it's a Cort built Ibanez. But anyway, it's Friday, bitches. I'm rolling. I've got a ton of shit to do today. This was one of those things I needed to get out of the way, and I got a ton more errands to do before I get done today. It's Michigan. It's about 5 degrees outside right now. About 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We haven't seen the sun in about 9 months, it feels like. Actually, probably about 3 or 4 weeks. Haven't really seen the sunshine, so it's nice to see the sunshine, although it's extremely cold. So I will all wish you well, and hope you all have a nice weekend. Peace out. Check it out. I'm from 7 Mile. We're out on 7 Mile in Detroit right now. Way out on the west side though, so not too bad around here. Peace.